What role do you think the creative arts can have in this whole area of climate change, and the research that you do?
I think the creative arts are really helpful for a number of reasons, partly in helping to get the message out beyond the science community. You know, when I publish a research paper, that reaches a certain audience, but it's important that the key information and the knowledge base around the climate system isn't just carried by scientists, and that it reaches a wider audience. And the creative arts, whatever they may be, that might be painting, poetry, writing, it helps to interpret that for a wider audience and to get the messages out there. I think the other thing that's really important is that, you know, moving forward, we need to be able to imagine the future we want to see. We need to be able to visualize what the future is going to look like. We need stories to help us do that. We need stories to help us understand the problem and help us on the trajectory where we're going to go. We also need powerful motivators to encourage people to change, because we do all need to change, and stories are really good for that. So you've written poetry, Michael, which I think is going to really help us along that way.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I thought was that could I get somehow or other away from the Earth, look back at the Earth, because it's a kind of global planetary problem, but sometimes it's hard to think that. Here you are sitting, I don't know, by the side of the road, you know, in where you live, and it doesn't seem like you live on the Earth. So I thought I wanted to get outside. So I thought I had this idea of maybe I'm a listener out in space, and there's a conversation going on between the moon and the Earth. And the Earth is getting, well, a bit hot, basically, getting overheated, and asking for help, really. And the moon is just reminding the Earth that there's all sorts of things going on that actually would improve the situation if you just look in your own backyard. So I had that idea that somehow or other somebody could overhear this conversation, because it's very hard, isn't it, to think of us living on the planet, because you never see the planet. I mean, you see it in films, you never see it, do you? And obviously when the folks go up on space, go up in space rockets and so on, they look back, but we don't. We only see this. Look, I'm in this room. This is the world. But it's not true.
Yeah, I love that idea of the moon as a kind of observer that can see what's going on in the backyard that the Earth has missed, and, you know, tap the Earth on the shoulder and say, "Oi, look, you're missing something. It's not as bad as you think."